Hello people, how are you doing? Finally, we have here the first real video about video game development. No more 5 years old drawings. So, let's start. First thing I will do is the drawing of the main character. Is a shooting star, the one that you use to wish something when you see it on a dark and mystical night. And this star has fallen into the earth, and you need to come back to the sky. Let's put a name to the star. Main star, like a Hollywood star. Maybe it's a little bit presumptuous. Let's change it to test star, because I suppose I will change it and draw a better one in the future. In a few seconds, this star went from being in heaven as a movie star to the ground as a rat lab, exactly like this game, a shooting star that fell from the sky into the ground. And for the first time, the wait has been long. Here we have the game engine. I will use Godot, and first of all I will change the settings for this free game that I called Shooting Star, and let's import our main star. I literally don't know what does any of these settings in the importation tab, so I decided to not touch anything. Let's create the star player and add a collision shape to the character. Let's create as well a level test for testing, and play for the first time. Obviously there is nothing, since I didn't do anything yet. I wish a video game can be done like that. Maybe I can ask it to the next shooting star I see. Until then, there is a lot of work to do. So let's do it. I'll write the code for setting the mouse in the initial position when we start the game. And here we have the first error of the game. Apparently, even if we add a position to the level test, that one is not a position. Is a node where you can access each position. For doing it, you need to write position.position, if that makes sense. Whatever, I fixed the code and it works. Look how happy is the mouse moving wildly. Now I add the test star character to the level test. And surprisingly it doesn't work. Look how angry is the mouse moving with rage. After fixing the issue, I feel that the star is too big, and also you can see the mouse icon over the star. Mouse icon fixed, but you can go outside the window and enter again in another position. Since that could be used for cheating, I will need to fix it, but not now. That's a problem for the future. Here is the new size for the star, and let's save it. Test star Smañ. I misclicked the letter L, and I write this Spanish letter. If you never saw that letter, don't get scared. I wasn't invoking any demon. That letter is quite common in Spanish. Even Spain, written in Spanish, has that letter. After this Spanish literature class, let's continue. We can see here the new size of the star. For coding the interaction between player and enemies, that is basically if you touch an enemy, you die, I will use a stop sign. As you can see, every time the star touches the stop sign, it resets the game. In this game, you don't need to advance, it's an auto-scroller, and your job is to avoid the enemies. Let's write the code for the automatic movement of the camera. I will use this velocity variable, so anytime I want to change the velocity, I only need to change it one time here. A value of 2000, for example. And now write it down the velocity variable in the movement code. 2000 exactly. I just write a variable for nothing. That movement was really quick. I didn't see anything. Let's make it slow and write velocity where it should have been from the start. Also, the star disappears and it's really hard to follow the rhythm. Maybe it's because I forgot to add velocity to the star. Let's change it and problem solved. I am so happy that it works that I need to check it again. It's time to change the name of the game. I check internet and there is a game with a really similar name. So this one I will call it I Want to Dream. I hope nobody releases a game with that name or I will have to change it again. Now I will draw one of the enemies of the test star. Kits with butterfly nets. I will use the same Krita project for making the different types of kits, like hairstyle, t-shirts, skin, and I will mix it to produce different enemies. All of this only if I know how to import it correctly. As you can see, I did it wrong and I imported the background all together with the kit. All colors and styles done. If any one of you wants a special color, head, hair or whatever in the enemy kits, write a comment below and I will try to put it in the game. And here we have the enemy in the game. Like always, I am using the wrong layer. Here I am not painting in white, I am erasing the color of the road. To be able to see how it fits the white line in the road, I will use the technique of wrapping around the picture and make the distances between them correct. Second new technique I use, the use of alpha. That way I can paint these lines inside the sidewalk and never paint outside. Let's turn off the wraparound. Oh my god, such a bad luck. The line is exactly on the edge of the picture. Let's redraw these lines and add some dirtiness and broken tiles to the sidewalk. I have never been in a city where the tiles are clean and perfect, always broken where you can trip and break your leg. Here we have the city road in the game. One of the main threats of this game is the kids armed with butterfly nets. They want to capture you. The reason is that they want their dreams come true, like a PlayStation, a pony, a lifetime subscription to Playboy magazine, whatever the kids wishes nowadays. So you have to escape from them. To do so, let's make the kids move around the city. When the test star touches that raycast, it will activate the movement. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's find out why. Here is the problem. I didn't know I had to activate in the raycast the reaction against areas. I have to do it since the test start is an area. Problem solved. And here we have the second time I make the same mistake of putting the value instead of the variable name. Don't know why I repeat myself so much. After solving all the errors and mistakes, some of them I didn't show it because I didn't want to embarrass myself too much, here we have the kit moving. Usually, game programmers use templates to make enemies more quick and easy, but I don't know how it works very good and I had some problems in the past, so I will use the ancient technique of copy-paste. Now I will make a kit that pursues you. For doing that I will code some finite states. Very useful in every game development. Let's see if that works. Hey! This first kit killed me. I forgot that can move automatically. And finite states doesn't work. Yay! Let's fix the problem. Now it works. Nice! But the kid doesn't pursue you very good. He's a little bit lost in this modern city. Without GPS, he doesn't know where to go. Finally, the kid follows you. And here we have everything I have done for this week. You may think that it's not too much, and you're right. I spent a lot of time fixing all the errors, but I learned some interesting things. See you next time.